My parents brought us to America from Ireland in the early 1960s. I did get a fantastic education, which is the primary reason for our parents bringing us here. I did my undergraduate work at UCI, my graduate work at Chapman, which I paid for by being a police officer in the Los Angeles Police Department. It was very hard for me to get an education. I mean, it was working 3 jobs in undergraduate school, and then halfway through Chapman, I couldn't pay my tuition. And my mom called and said, Daryl Gates will pay you $38,000 a year if you become a cop. And I'm like, geez, Mom, thanks, that's wonderful. So I was packing a gun and studying psychology at the same time, which was pretty cool. My mother became a realtor, and I swore I would never become a realtor because I saw the stress. As a result of that, I had many different jobs. I have had a skincare company, I've had a makeup company, I had a public relations and advertising agency. Therefore, that makes my marketing 100% better than my competition. Adrienne Brandis, the realtor, is extremely dedicated to her clients and to client service. Sometimes having to remind myself not to put my family and my kids second, but it's something I enjoy, otherwise I wouldn't do it.
She does some very unique marketing for each unique property. She doesn't just do a blanket type of marketing, and that's what makes her really unique and special. If there was somebody that I was going to give a tough transaction to, I'd give it to Adrienne.
Adrienne is a professional. Adrienne is intelligent. Adrienne knows the market. Adrienne is, if I can say it, the perfect real estate agent.
What Adrienne did, which was really a differentiator, was she spent a lot of time trying to understand what we were looking for and what would suit our family in the most appropriate way. Once we spent a lot of time having those discussions, she actually kind of came up with properties in different areas that would suit those needs.
It's in Adrienne's DNA, real estate, and particular residential real estate. And I think she's extremely good at it. I've watched her under fire. I think she's a closer. She gets it done. Her objective is to make sure everybody leaves the table as if they've all won. And that's not an easy job.
I would hire me.
I connected with Adrienne several years ago, and I think it was a result of, interactions, but also a speech I gave at one point, and she felt inspired and wanted to make a real difference, not only through the women of Chapman, but her own self personally. And so she committed $1 million of her own personal money, and has since then committed more money, and has taken a personal interest in the development of the kids herself.
Well, I've always somehow ended up doing philanthropy. I think it started first when Daryl Gates asked me to go on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters Los Angeles as a representative of the Los Angeles Police Department. The DARE program, which stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education, I helped the Los Angeles Unified School District, which we were in collaboration with, to write the curriculum for DARE. And then 10 of us went off and started with zero money because the city gave us nothing. In fact, Daryl Gates had me go get money from a big Hollywood mogul. That was a little nerve-wracking at 22 years of age, or 23. But my passion is education, because that's why we came here. We're very fortunate that we don't have disease in our family. But we didn't have was education. And so my focus in giving back is to give back to education. So we've created scholarships, and I've been working on this for 28 years. I sat with my son Patrick, which makes me want to cry, before I was married, and I said, I want to make a donation, and it's going to come from your inheritance, and I would like to match that $1 million endowment. And he said, I support you, Mom. And he actually flew back from Philadelphia the week after Thanksgiving to announce it at Christmas at the Ritz. And I just feel really good about it, being able to do that for the kids. Students need an extra $30,000 sometimes in addition to their tuition to produce their films, which is mandatory in order to graduate. So we came up with the student endowment.
People provide resources for different reasons. Some people want to create a legacy. They like to see their name on a building. Some people want to have the money go to programming. And Adrienne is one of those. She wants the money to be in play right now for the kids. And, it makes a huge difference in the life of very specific students. And so she gets a chance to interact with them and see the difference it's made.
It's about the students. And it's about kids that have the talent that wouldn't be able to come if they didn't have the scholarship. And that's my life mission, is to make sure that every child that has this opportunity gets funded to do so.